So thanks once again for dropping by the channel. If you like the content, if you're new to the channel, please hit subscribe, share the video if you enjoyed it, if you felt it was useful. Now let's get into this. So Josh Taylor knocks out, is it Apinun Khongsong? I know it's Khongsong, I say you pronounce the last name, but I can't pronounce the first one. Anyway, Josh Taylor defeats his mandatory first round knockout via a body shot. This was Josh Taylor's first fight in nearly a year now since he fought Regis Prograis in the final of the World Boxing Super Series. He's going there with an undefeated fighter, but let's not beat around the bush here. Khongsong had a very, very padded resume, extremely padded. But a lot of these fighters from kind of Middle Asia, like Thailand and places like that, they can have padded records, but they can turn out to be good fighters. Like if you look at Sor Rinvasai, very, very padded record going into that Gonzalez fight, really fought nobody, but he went in against Gonzalez, turned out to be a revelation. So a lot of the guys from kind of in around that region of Asia, it really takes a top level fighter to bring out the best or the worst in them. So he went in there, Khongsong, not a lot happened in that first round at the end of the day. You had Josh Taylor doing a bit of moving, you're throwing some shots here and there. Khongsong just not really doing much in that first round. But then it was it's funny because it was a body shot that knocked him out, but the way the exchange took place, it was very hard. You had to watch it back on a replay because even I was looking at it, I was like, did the shot land there? Because it looked like Taylor just kind of hit a nothing body shot in. It didn't look like really anything went in originally when you watch it like in live, when you look at like live fit. But then you see the replay and you realize, it was a sickener. It looked like a right hook that went in right in the soul, not the solar plex, right kind of in the rib cage, in the floating rib cage of Khongsong. Knocked him out. He went down. He wasn't getting up. He was in agony. It looked on the ground. He stayed on the ground. Like when you see guys get knocked out by body shots, normally they go down, they stay down, but they're up, reasonably quickly. It's kind of like they're paralyzed for like 30 seconds and they're good to go. He was down for a while. He wasn't going anywhere. He was staying down. So obviously that body shot was a sickener. So like I said, he went down, didn't get up. First round knockout for Josh Taylor. What can you say? He just moves on. Jose Ramirez, I believe, is who they're trying to get in there with next. He's coming off the back of a win over Victor Postal. Now both of them have fought Victor Postal. Josh Taylor, you would say, had the easier time of it, although that was a competitive fight as well. So both guys had a tricky time with Victor Postal. But Jose Ramirez, I think, is better than people give him credit for. I think that performance against Postal doesn't speak volume to how good he actually is. So I think him against Josh Taylor is a fantastic fight for undisputed at 140. Even though I've said that Jose Ramirez, that Victor Postal fight doesn't show how good a fighter he is, I wouldn't be picking him against Josh Taylor. I'd be thinking Josh Taylor every day of the week in that fight. I think Josh Taylor will probably win that fight on points. And, if we get undisputed with Josh Taylor, then, it's a credit to him. We didn't get to see what he was like with Ben Davison in the corner, what advice Ben Davison would give. Because obviously this fight ended reasonably early on, ended like in the first round basically, so we didn't need to see it. So, that's really kind of my 2 cents on this whole fight. In terms of some of the other fights that are going on, I watched Braidis Dorticos. I didn't do a post-fight review for that. Just because I was going back and forth between the two and I ended up catching this fight. In terms of Braidis Dorticos, Braidis won 12-round majority decision. It was a good fight. It was a competitive fight. It was very good. But Braidis, they deserve a winner of that fight. So that's my 2 cents on that. Let me know yours down below on this. Let me know what you think about Josh Taylor, where he'll go next, and how you think he'll do against Ramirez. Let me know down below. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like, subscribe. Of course, if you are new, as always, people, peace. I'll talk to you. Stay safe.